Hello, my name is Sunday and this video is from A Crafter's Mind. This is the first of a few short videos to show you how to use my new free downloadable flower kit called Scribbled Flowers. And you can decorate things with them like this. So to get hold of yours, you just need to join my Facebook group, which is called Crafters Minds Together. And you just join that group and all the files are available in there, along with other files that I'm also uploading from time to time, such as backgrounds for you to use in your projects. So let me show you what you get in the kit. Okay, so this is what you'll get in the kit. These are on A4 sheets and you'll get 5 JPEGs, which are full A4 size. And so you'll get one sheet which is black and white for you to colour yourself. And then I have coloured 3 sheets with different colour tones. So there's that one, and then there's the bluey turquoise version, and then there's this one here. Now, if you're worried about using or wasting ink from your printer, then go with this one to start with, because I've left the white here so that it's not using so much ink. On these, they obviously use a little bit more ink. But of course, you can use these extra bits here for cutting out and doodling little things, circles, squares, all sorts of things. So don't throw that away should you go for that one. And the 5th sheet is a piece of background paper for you to start your project straight away, so you can get going straight away. Now, a little word about printing. If you have a laser printer, then it doesn't matter what paper you use, because if you put any moisture on it, the ink won't run. However, a lot of us have inkjets, so let me give you a couple of tips. Firstly, when you print this, even though it's only black on white, print it in best quality as you would a photo, because that tends to adhere the ink much better to the paper, and therefore it won't bleed, or if it does, it won't bleed as much when you start using wet things like pens or watercolors or inks and that sort of thing. If at all possible, it would be good to get some paper that is good for the job as well, and this happens to be Pro print paper that I use. There's the packet. It's from Create and Craft. There are other companies that also make it nowadays, and it's this happens to be, as I said, 128 GSM. But the reason I use it is because it's very good for colour reproduction on a matte surface, and also it doesn't run. It does run a little bit if you really push it, but otherwise it doesn't run. Let me give you an example regarding the printing of things. If I just zoom you in here. Now this one has been printed, the one on the left has been printed in best quality, and this one on the right has been printed in normal quality. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to introduce some water to this flower. You can see I've got some water there, and this one I'm going to scrub. I'm not scrubbing too hard, but I'm going to move it around, and as you can see, if I go over these areas, it's not pulling out the grey. It's still very blue. Okay, so it's not pulling out the grey. This is the one that I've used, I've printed using normal quality. Let's take some of that excess off, and you will see, can you see the grey coming out there? A little bit more. So you see, both of these have been printed on Pro print paper, so that helps. But you can see that because I haven't, see the grey that's coming out here, and there's none coming out here. And the only difference is it's the same paper, is the fact that this was printed in best quality and this was printed in normal quality. And also the reproduction of the colour is slightly darker anyway. So that's a very good tip to help with this, with bleeding when you are colouring these. In another video I will show you how to colour these in a watercolour way with inks, and of course you can use pens and pencils, etc. So the next tip I have for you before I go is one about cutting. So here I have one that I've been cutting out from, and normally it's called fussy cutting when you're going to go around things tightly, more intricate areas. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to do it, which will be easier for you to do. Now you can see I'm using some scissors that you would think would be the best thing to use, because they've got a tight nib and they're quite small. But actually, when you're doing something like this, I would go with these. They have a nice long blade, and if they're sharp enough, you know, things like kitchen scissors, etc. But what you want is this nice long blade. And the reason for that is that you take your cut and you put it right down in the join of the blades, and you are closing this gently, and you are manipulating with your other hand the piece of paper. So the piece of paper is going to move, and you're gently closing, and as you're closing the blades you are moving the paper. So carry on there. I'm going to carry on all the way around. I can get all the way down to that spine, and then I'm holding, going up there, going round, going up to the top, snip that bit off, starting again at that point, right down here again, and then I'm moving the paper all the way round, and then stopping again, going right down to the join again of the blades, and manipulating the paper all the way around and moving the paper. Now the reason for doing this, again up to the blade join, the reason for doing this is it is easier on your wrist. It's more comfortable. Just get that out of the way so I can see what I'm doing, because all you're doing is slowly doing that movement rather than, I'll show you with this end bit, going round and having to keep moving round like that. So I would suggest that you use the larger bladed scissors, so that you're just slowly closing your scissors and you're moving this around, and you will find that it's more relaxing on your hand and your wrist than it is to snip away with these. So if you want to make things like this and you would like to download these for free, then do go over to Crafters Minds Together on Facebook and join the group, and you will find you can download these for free. And look out for the next video when I will go through the difference between flat and 3D flowers and how to make the flowers 3D for your projects. So thanks for watching. See you again soon.